Hello, Gelser National Area and friends. We are so excited to be doing, I don't even know what this is, our third Pacesetters as the Gelser area. And so we're doing it differently this time, and I am so excited about this. As I was putting this Pacesetters together, I said to myself, oh my goodness, who are the best trainers in all of Mary Kay? Your sales directors. Your sales directors. Are you kidding me? They're the ones that need to be training you. They're the ones that are holding parties. They're the ones that are coaching parties. They're the ones that are selling more than I've ever sold in my entire career. They're the ones who are building their family's futures, and who's excited about being in their space? Oh my goodness. So every single week, you're going to have live and in-person training from the top of the top, the best of the best, the sales directors from the Gelser National Area. I want you to know there's like over 325 people registered for this Pacesetters. More people were asking all the time, can I get in? Can I get in? You guys, you've done what Mary Kay said. You've paid the price to be in the presence of powerful people. You are showing up to go up, and that's what's so exciting about this. You know what? One of the reasons that I was successful, Mary Kay, number one, by the grace of God. Let's be clear, okay? By the grace of God. Number two, I showed up, you guys. I just really believed what Mary Kay said. Those who show up, go up. I went to my weekly success nights. I went to my training. I went to career conferences. I went to seminar, even when it wasn't convenient. And what I want you to know tonight is that success is rarely convenient. Success is rarely convenient. Oh my goodness, you guys, I've just been doing so much learning today. What I love about Mary Kay is that we can have something called a self-actualizing moment every day. Now, the majority of the world does not understand entrepreneurship. They don't understand that sometimes you work today and you won't get paid today for the work that you do, but you will get paid in the future over and over and over again. You see, most people in America, their mentality is, I'm going to work for an hour to make 12 bucks an hour, and then I'm going to go home and I'm going to be done. And that's great if that's what you want to do until you're 67 years old, which is now the official retirement age, and then you're going to live on Social Security, right, you guys? Do you know that only 50% of people over 50 are prepared for retirement? Did you know that only 7% of the general population is prepared for retirement? Did you know that in the median, in the millennials, in Wisconsin, and it's all about the same though, to be honest with you, it's all about $24,000 or less. The median income for women who are millennials is $20,000 a year. If you don't think Mary Kay is relevant, you guys, Mary Kay is so relevant. Now just think about this. If you held one party a week, okay, and you sold $300 at that party, your income would be about 120 bucks after hostess credit, okay? So you multiply that times 4 weeks. That's $480 a month by holding one party a week. All right, that is not talking about reorders. That's not talking about as you build your business. It's one party a week. I'm so excited. I tried standing up, but my camera wouldn't make me look good, so I'm just sitting in my chair so excited. You guys, could you imagine making an extra $500 a month for one party a week, plus your training? Okay, we all got to get trained at doing stuff. Let's be clear, it's fine. But you guys, people need money. What would an extra $500 a month do for your financial situation? How many of you have student loans that you want to pay back? I want to tell you something, my friends. The average college graduate now has between $60,000 and $80,000 in student loans. Is there a need for Mary Kay? Absolutely. Are you in the right place at the right time? Absolutely. You see, what are people looking for? They are looking to make a difference. You know what's a problem though, is that a lot of people coming out of college, they're going to their jobs and they're staying a few months and they're not feeling like they're making a difference. You see, in our age of instant gratification, in our age of social media, which can be a great thing if used correctly, in our age of instant messages on our phone, which can be a great thing. And the only reason I'm keeping mine by me is to make sure I'm still live. Okay, that's the only reason. But when we go to a place and we're not successful right away, let's just be real. Some of you are sad because you're not making the amount of money that you want to make right away in your Mary Kay business. Most entrepreneurs do not make a profit their first 5 years in business, and they work 70 to 90 hours a week. That's an entrepreneur. Would you please give yourself some grace? Would you please give yourself some time? Would you please just learn and then go do and then come back and learn more and then go back and do better? Remember that. That's not in your book. But guess what? In this book, we have places to write things down like that. And that's one of the things that I've always learned is learn, do. If learning and not doing, you guys, isn't going to make you any money. Some of you know that already, right? Learn, do, learn again, do better. And that's what Pacesetters is going to do for you. You're going to learn on Monday nights or whenever you're watching this recorded. And then you're going to go do. Some people are not doing Pacesetters. Let's be clear. Some people are not doing Pacesetters because they don't need any more training. If they were on this Pacesetters, I'd slap them up because that's not the way it is. You guys, until you're where you are where you want to be, you need more training. There could be one thing that you hear from this Pacesetters that will change everything. You see, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Some of you are not registered for career conference because you've been to career conference before and you haven't done anything. Well, let's see. That's the reason you need to go to career conference, is because you're not a sales director yet, or you're not in a Cadillac yet, or you're not an inner circle national sales director yet. I'm going to 3 career conferences. I'm going to 3 career conferences, and I'm going to learn tons of them. You guys, don't be like the rest of the world. Don't think in minimums. Think in abundance, because Mary Kay made this a dream company, a dream company. And what you're going to hear about tonight in week 1 is about emotional management. Oh my goodness. I was just at an NSD mother-daughter weekend. When you're a national sales director, get a vision for this, my friends. When you're a national sales director and your daughter or daughter-in-law are directors, you're invited to a special weekend with just nationals and their daughters or daughter-in-laws who are sales directors. Powerful, powerful. And one of the nationals said there's only 3 things that go on in a woman's life that she has problems with. It's either her emotions, it's her finances, or it's her physical health. And you guys, and she said when someone has problems with 2 of those 3, they have a really hard time in Mary Kay. So maybe some of you are having some problems getting your business started. Do you have a physical problem, an emotional problem, a money problem? If you have one of those 3, we can work around it. You can work around it. If you have 2 of those 3, my friend, you need to get help. You need to get help. But we're going to talk tonight about emotional management. We're also going to talk tonight about belief in the process. One of the things that you're going to hear is how to book. We're hearing so many people tell me, I don't know how to book. Okay, well, we're going to try the process first. Are you saying the right words? Are you talking to the right target market? Are you using technology in a way that's going to serve you? We're going to have masters at this show you how to do it. And then lastly, belief in this company. Belief in this company. That's what we're talking about in week 1 in Pacesetters. Now, I want to show you the prizes because that's probably the most important thing. You know, you might not need more prizes, but why not get more prizes? Okay, so now there's going to be weekly prizes. The top 3 consultants this week are going to earn a beautiful, beautiful, I love this bracelet, like love it. Is that going to look good with your red jacket or what, you guys? It is, I can't even show this very well. It is a beautiful bracelet. Well, we'll take a picture of it and put it on the Pacesetters page tomorrow. But look at that, you guys. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. That's what the consultants are going to earn. The top 3 consultants in points. Why not work? Why not try to win, you guys? You know, I would say play to win, not play not to lose, play to win. Check out the points tonight. Tell your director tonight what your weekly points goal are. Because you guys, you know what? If you don't have a goal, Mary Kay said, you'll hit it every time. If you don't have a goal, you'll hit it every time. You have to have a goal for your points. So you look at the sheet tonight before you go to bed and you decide where you're going to get your points. And then you tell your sales director and you commit to it. Be a woman of your word. Can you tell I'm excited? Oh my goodness. And then sales directors. Oh my goodness, aren't these fun? I found some really trendy bracelets for the sales directors. For the top 3, get one of these bracelets. Oh my goodness, love them in 3 different colors. Sales directors, are you feeling a little competitive? I hope so. I hope so, because competitors win in Mary Kay. All right, so on this page, if you've never been in Mary Kay before or on Pacesetters before, it's the aha moments. That's just an aha moment. If you had aha moments, like anything that I've already said, if it's aha, put it in here. BFO, blinding flash of the obvious. If you had a blinding flash of the obvious tonight, we're like, duh, I should have known that. I didn't know that. I forgot that. Write it down. Those are some of the biggest moments that I have in Mary Kay are my BFOs. I listen, and here's another reason why you're on this Pacesetters. It is a fact that great ideas are very rarely born alone. Great ideas happen in a group. When you gather together, when you're at your Pacesetters together, at your success nights, or you're talking with your sales director, ideas are going to come to your head. But when you sit by yourself and you think I'm all alone, you will lose creativity and be stuck in fear. Wow, is what am I going to do within 1 week? What am I going to do this week to change my business? WOM is within 1 month. Maybe I can't change it today. It's not going to change all this week, but I'm going to change it in a month. Like I'm going to see 30 faces. Maybe you won't do that this week, but you're going to do that in a month. And WOY is what am I going to change within 1 year, within 1 year. Okay. All right. So just so you know what those are. Now for communication wise, you guys, okay, please don't private message Kim. Please do not private message Kim. Every year during Pacesetters, I think she might quit, okay? And if Kim ever quits to go to something better, that's fine. I will be fine with that. But if she quits because of Pacesetters, I will cry. So please message me on Facebook if you have any questions, and she will check that Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, okay? Don't message her because she thinks you're her friend maybe talking about something, and if she's off duty, you guys, she doesn't need to be checking her messages about what is this called? Pacesetters. The other thing is, or you could email me at gelzerarea at gmail. Okay, gelzerarea@gmail.com. Okay, so now we're going to go to page 11 in the book, page 11. Okay, we're on page 11. And it is our area's mission. And all of you know this if you're in our national area, to enrich women's lives spiritually, emotionally, and financially. And the women that you're going to hear from tonight, I love with all my heart. You guys, it is one of my goals that if you're on this Pacesetters, that you grow in your business and that you might even want to become a sales director. And I want to tell you one of the reasons why. It's because of the relationships that we get to have as sales directors. Our love for our consultants is unconditional, but our relationships with sales directors, it is a sisterhood like none other. Like none other. The time that we just had at leadership together, the time that some of us had in Mexico together, you guys, life-changing. It's elevated. It's elevated. You want to be a part of this sisterhood. I promise you. I promise you. And you're going to see them tonight and next week and the week after. And you're going to relate to at least one of them and think, oh my goodness, I'm like her. If she can do it, I can do it. And that's another reason why I want you to see your sales directors. The theme of this Pacesetters is sold out. Sold out. And not sold out in a bad way. Like I'm not selling out to something bad. I'm sold out. I'm sold out for you and your dreams. I'm sold out for you and your dreams. You see, I've had so many of my dreams come true in Mary Kay. I have to think of new dreams to happen. So many of my dreams. Paid for college educations, and I have money in the bank for the rest of the college educations that are coming. Paid for Karis's wedding, and I have money in the bank to give to the other kids for their weddings. Trips all over the world. I've traveled to places I never even knew existed. In April, we're going to Buenos Aires. Who goes to Buenos Aires? It's in Argentina. Where is Argentina? It's in South America. It's like south of the equator. Is that crazy? I took my parents to Mexico with my sisters and with Becky and with Amanda. Oh my goodness, and the villa that we stayed in, check out the Facebook pages if you haven't seen that, you guys. Just dreams I never even thought could come true. My daughter Anastasia, you know, I don't know if you guys know about this, but 7th and 8th grade girls can be pretty annoying. I don't know if you have any of those around, but now she's like at the end of freshman year, and I love her. I've always loved her, but I like her again, and having conversations with her, and she's asking me questions, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I love it, you guys, that I get to do that as a mom. You know, tomorrow I'm just going to share this with you. We have a woman in our congregation who's going through some really rough times, is living in a shelter. She got a new job. She has no one to watch her kids in the morning. She has to drop them off at 5:30, and her daycare provider's off for the week. Christopher and I are taking in those kids in the mornings. Yeah, at 5:30 in the morning, starting tomorrow. Because we can. Because we can. Do I want to do that? To be honest with you, no, I don't want to do that. It messes up my life. It messes up my miracle morning. But that's what we get to do. That's what we get to do because we have the flexibility. You guys, if you're looking for something more, you're in the right place. You're on this Pacesetters. Now I'm going to ask you to do something with it. Don't just be here tonight. Be here. Take it all in. Be present in the moment. And then go do. Like, go do. You can do this. All right, number one, President Nathan Moore's 3 imperatives. Number one, what he said to us is all in. We are all in. The company is all in for you. They're coming out with great materials for you. Just wait. The website is going to get better and better. Who's excited about that? Just wait. Nathan Moore is all in for each and every one of you. Number two, nothing happens until somebody sells something. This business is based on sales. We sell the product to change lives, you guys. We hold parties to find new team members. And then we have great customers, and you're going to hear so much about how to sell this product and have customer service. And then number three, that we're the #1 brand of skincare in the United States. That we're the #1 brand of skincare in the United States. We're in the top 5 globally, just in case you didn't know that. We're #1 of all direct sales. So in case you're wondering who's #1 in direct sales of skincare, we are. So be proud of that, okay? But we want to be #1 of all skincare in the United States. And in 1997, you remember this, Nikki? When we joined Mary Kay, we were #1. We were the #1 brand, and we could say that proudly. So you guys, it's a grassroots movement. It starts with you. It starts with you getting excited about this product, getting excited about this opportunity, getting excited about yourself, and being an entrepreneur. All right, so now we are going to turn the page, and I'm going to turn it over to the #1 sales director right now in our national area, Executive Senior Sales Director Nikki Hill, coming at us from Houston, Texas.
Woo! And I have all of our units in the other room. We're so excited. So you guys, yes, if you look on page 12, some of you have seen this before. They're cheering for me. I love you guys. Hi, guys. And the emotional wheel. And what I love about this is I want to just briefly go through this with you, but I wanted to add in a couple things. Stage 1 is when we're excited. And I want you all to know that everybody goes through this emotional wheel every day. The key is that you get through it faster. The faster you get through it, the faster you're going to grow your business. In other words, you don't want to get stuck at a certain stage for a week, for a month, for a day. Like you want to pop out of it. That's your goal. So stage 1 is excitement. New consultants, you guys are excited, right? New red jackets, you guys are excited. But stage 2, you guys, there is frustration, you know? And I kind of call frustration the F word in Mary Kay. I don't like it. I don't like saying it. I don't like hearing it. But it is when we have postponements, obstacles, few bookings. But you guys just know that this is part of our business, that, you know, you can choose your emotions. You can choose to be frustrated, or you can choose to just say, you know what, who's next? Who's next? Who can I talk to today? And stage 3 is shock. Well, they said it would be easy. You guys, I want you to know this. Mary Kay is easy when you don't skip steps. I want you to write that down. Mary Kay is easy when you don't skip steps. In other words, when you are working, you're going to hear about booking. Don't skip a step that you're going to learn in this Pacesetters. When you're holding your appointments, don't skip the step of pre-profiling, making up goodie bags, sending out personal notes, texting your hostesses, getting referrals, doing a what woman wants sheet or some kind of marketing, following up with the fast fun facts. You guys, this business is hard. I want you to hear my heart, because I've done it easy and I've done it hard. This business is hard when you skip steps. So prayerfully, you're going to learn the steps and you're going to stick with them as you're going through this Pacesetter program. Stage 4 is denial. And you've all been there, because maybe you're in my unit and I've called you and you don't call me back, or you're not excited and you're like, oh, it's Nikki. Hi. You guys, I can tell. You might withdraw, avoid meetings, negative attitude, procrastination. You might even go cook, okay? If you're going to cook, at least cook for me. You might go sleep more, take on more projects at home because you want to excel in somewhere else. You guys, I get that. Do you know what takes you from each step the fastest, you guys? Activity and reaching up. If you ever get stuck, call your sales director. That's what we're here for. We love being able to mentor you, and action will always get you to the next stage. But stage 5 is fear. I can't do this. Maybe this isn't for me. I'm sure we've all said that. I have. Blame anyone. You guys, when I moved to Michigan, I blamed the weather. It was the whole state's fault that I wasn't successful in Mary Kay at that time. And then I had to just stop blaming other people. Because you guys, when we blame other people, we're giving them the power. If I blame somebody for canceling a party, then I'm giving her the power to make my dreams come true. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give where I live the power to make my dreams come true. I want to have that power. So you guys, Get to stage 6. Now this is interesting. You can settle. You can settle. You can say, I never wanted my own business. I've always loved my job. It's fulfilling. The hours aren't that bad. You're trying to convince yourself. You say that maybe your job isn't that bad. You guys, but what Mary Kay can give you is amazing, but what you can give to others. See, in my job, I get to make 6 figures. I've made 6 figures for a long time. But see, it's not just about me making 6 figures. I can pass that on. I can pass that on to my offspring sales directors, to my unit members, to my future sales directors. See, Mary Kay made a company where it wasn't just fulfilling for one person. You guys, we can all have jobs where we make a lot of money and it might be fulfilling, but can we pass it on? Can we give it to our daughters? Can we give it to our daughter-in-laws? Can we give it to other people? So you guys choose stage 6A, anger. Get angry with yourself. You guys, sometimes that's okay. Admit and recognize your feelings. You alone are responsible for your success or failure. And I want you to hear my heart. Sometimes feelings lie. Feelings lie. You know, if I always felt like booking, I would probably never get on the phone and book. Does that surprise you? I hope not, because I'm human and I'm just like you. My feelings lie, but I push through those feelings because I believe. You guys, my belief is so high. Why? Because like Heidi said, I loved what you said, Heidi, is that until you are where you want to be, you need more training. Until you are where you want to be. Oh my gosh, you guys. Stage 7, recommitment. You just smack yourself on the head, and I want y'all to do this, okay? Just smack yourself on the head right now. Everybody, go ahead. Smack it. It's not like me to give up, not to reach my goals, to get discouraged. Get excited again, you guys. Say your affirmations. I'm going to teach you about Miracle Morning in a minute. Send positive messages to your brain. Become realistic. Share with your colleagues. Get back to meetings. Open-minded again. And you're going to go through this. You guys, look at the bottom. The cycle is inevitable anytime you're growing. With growth comes growing pains. Do you know why a tooth aches? It's because it's growing in. You guys, we're going to have growing pains, but in Mary Kay, we get mentorship. We get people who started with the exact same starter kit as you and I did that can carry us along. So go to page 13, you guys. How do you build your confidence? I was reading in Success Magazine. I subscribe to it. It's a tax deduction, okay? And I was reading in Success Magazine today about confidence. Go figure, this is what my training is on tonight. And the reason I'm talking so fast is I only have 15 minutes and I want to be mindful of my time. So right fast. But 10 ways to build your confidence. I read this morning. Confidence is a muscle. It's something you need to practice and strengthen every day. It's not something we're necessarily born with. You guys, just like time management, money management, emotional management, I wasn't born with those things. You know, maybe I'm stronger in one area than somebody else, but I practice these skills every day. I practice being confident. So I'm going to have you fill in the blanks and give you 10 ways in which you can work your muscle. Okay, work your confidence muscle. But like Heidi said, is you can learn how to do these 10 things and you can write down and fill in the blank and make it all cute, or maybe you're doodling because you're already bored. I don't know, and you're making pictures on your page. But you guys, the key is that you do and you learn and then you do better. So number 1, fill in the blank. Here we go. Be on purpose. You guys, whenever a consultant says, when I say, are you going to be a star? And she says, I hope so. I know the answer. She's not going to be a star. Let's be clear, okay? Are you going to do your 30 faces? I hope so. You guys, that is giving your dream. That is giving permission to something else that, you know, or you're blaming somebody else to take ownership of your own goals. You guys, be on purpose. If you say you're going to be a star, you're going to do whatever it takes to be a star. If you're going to do 30 faces, you're going to do whatever it takes to do 30 faces, you guys. Be on purpose with whatever your goals are. Stop saying, I hope, because I want you to know that if you say you hope, it won't happen. Say, yes, I'm doing it. I'm committed. Number 2, set a current 30-day non-negotiable goal. That's the fill in the blank. 30-day non-negotiable goal. If you want to move into directorship, free cars, be a star, make extra money, it all comes from a simple formula. My 30-day non-negotiable goal to build my business 18 years ago to today was 30 faces, full circle, not skipping steps. 30 faces, 10 career chats, 1,000 wholesale. That was it, you guys. Every director that I've offsprung has followed that course until successful. And talk to me after every single appointment. 30 faces. The first 30 is the hardest. The second gets easier. And by the third, it becomes a habit. Number 3, study what you don't know. Like Heidi said, Mary Kay In Touch is filled with amazing information. There's a video lounge. I watch it, the how-to videos. I watch the product knowledge. If you don't feel confident with products, check out the videos. The media center. I was listening to training CDs on my car today, you guys. I'm constantly filling up. So study what you don't know. Number 4, make goal posters everywhere. This feeds your subconscious mind. What you look at, it becomes real. This is mine. It's about in 5 different places in my home. Put it where you are most often. Your bathroom, your refrigerator. It's on my door, my office, and I carry one with me so that as I'm driving or at a stop sign, I just want to look at my goal poster, you guys. You design it. Number 5, guard your circle of influence. Guard your circle of influence. I read this morning. Surround yourself with people who work hard or harder than you. That's interesting. Even as you're picking power partners in your Mary Kay business, are you picking somebody that you feel comfortable around, or are you picking somebody that is maybe at a place where you want to be? That's what I always do when I pick power partners. I seek out somebody who's maybe worked a little bit harder than me, earned more trips, earned more diamonds, or is a national sales director. Number 6, be strategic. Know your numbers. You guys, this takes away that F word, right? Frustration. 1 in 5 will say yes when you're booking. 1 in 2 will hold. 1/3 of your team will work. You guys, these are numbers. Sales is numbers. Mary Kay is numbers, you guys. Be strategic. Number 7, change and be coachable. Change and be coachable. Tomorrow, one of my friends is going to teach us about a new hostess plan. I'm always coachable. Why? Because of what Heidi said. I'm not where I want to be, so I'm constantly learning. Change and be coachable, you guys. Only take advice from somebody you would want to trade places with. Number 8, be careful about your image. Do you know you only have 7 seconds to make a good first impression? Number 9, increase your persuasion skills. This takes practice, just like that muscle of confidence. Ask more questions. Maybe one day you're going to go out and just hand out 5 business cards to increase your confidence. The next day, you're going to compliment somebody with 5 business cards. The next day, you're going to possibly exchange numbers. You can build into this confidence growth, you guys. And last but not least, number 10, track your activity. What activity? It's pretty simple, right? Mary Kay's easy. Faces, sales, career chats, and probably how many attempts you're making so that you can see what your numbers are. Are they 1 in 5 say yes? Sometimes we get stuck and we ask 2 people. Everybody says no, Nikki. Well, I know. Let's ask more people. Mary Kay herself, when a consultant said, Mary Kay, I just don't have enough bookings. You guys, she sat with her meek little self and she held the consultant's hands in hers and she said, guess what? Ask more people. Ask. You guys, most people are consultants today because somebody asked them. Most people have tried Mary Kay because somebody asked them. You guys, page 13, it closes with my beauty secret is confidence. But aren't you guys excited that you don't have to be born with it, but it's a muscle that we can practice, that we can strengthen by doing these 10 things. So number 1, quickly, be on purpose. 2, set a current 30-day non-negotiable goal. 3, study what you don't know. 4, make goal posters. 5, guard your circle of influence. 6, be strategic. 7, change and be coachable. 8, be careful about your image. 9, increase your persuasion skills. And 10, track your activity. Turn to page 14. One of the things with emotional management, and you've heard this already, I would encourage each and every one of you to go buy this book, The Miracle Morning. It is amazing. And what he talks about is doing 6 things. It's called savers, life savers. And I'm going to tell you what each letter stands for on page 14. And I've been doing this. And some of the things that I found is that my faith has grown. You guys, I've had more confidence in my faith and my husband's decision to change careers. You guys, who was able to say at 43 that I can possibly not retire my husband, but give him different choices to possibly start his own business? So S stands for silence. And I choose to spend that time in prayer, talking to my Savior. That's S. A is affirmation. I live in my imagination, not in my circumstances. An affirmation is a present tense sayings about yourself. And I write an affirmation at the beginning of every month. I write down everything that's stressing me out or could possibly throw me off. And I put it all into positive power statements. Maybe I take limiting beliefs of, oh, Nikki, you know, you're not good enough to become a red jacket, a top director, a national sales director. And I change that thought. I change that negative thought into a positive, and I put it into positive statements. And I say that to myself every day. You may even want to record it on Voxer and listen to it every day. That's your affirmation. V is visualization. I look at my goal poster every single day, multiple times a day. E is exercise. Even if I can just exercise for 10 minutes, if I don't get to the gym, today I did sit-ups, okay? I am crossing these things off. R is read. I love to read Success Magazine. And S is scribe. I've never been a great journaler, but what I found is that when you have so many feelings, journaling really helps you get through that emotional wheel, because by the time I'm done journaling, I've kind of written out what might be holding me back, but I've also already written out the solution. I figured it out, you guys. And life changes. You guys, you never know when you're about to face a crisis, but if you can learn to control your emotions and work, you guys, when you have a crisis, you're ready for that. Some might say my husband, you know, resigning after 21 years in the ministry and teaching and being a principal in a Lutheran grade school is a crisis. But you guys, we are prepared. You know, I've worked my business when I could, so that when he decided to do this, that it was okay. So you guys, like Mary Kay said, work your plan and plan your work. And on page 15, something I did with my husband and that we're continuing to do is he's looking for a perfect career. And so he was telling me, well, Nikki, I might go into sales, but I'm not really passionate about that. And I said, you know what? I wasn't passionate about makeup or skincare when I started Mary Kay 18 years ago. What I was passionate was the 5 qualities that Mary Kay gave me. So what I want you to do right now with this minute before Mary McIntosh is about to speak, I want you to write down, and I did this with Ryan, what are the top 5 qualities your perfect career must have? So take a minute right now, write these things down. And what's interesting is when I did this with Ryan, this is now guiding him. These are his core values. This is what he's realizing. His 5 values is what he wants to go find and spend the rest of his life possibly doing, you guys. And so my 5 qualities that I wrote down: flexibility. I wanted that when I started Mary Kay with a 4-month-old, and Morgan is now 19, and a 15-year-old. You guys, I was able to raise my kids, you know, and I started when they were babies and before Aiden was even born. Flexibility. Number 2, potential. I saw that at my first seminar at Career Conference. I saw the potential that Mary Kay gave us with training and learning and growth. 3, I love that we have a step-by-step plan. I love that there's a business called Mary Kay where we have that, you guys. Number 4, mentorship. That's huge to me. I love that we have help. At every level, you guys, we always have help. And number 5, that it's faith-based. I love that I can share my faith. Nobody's going to make fun of me. We were talking in Bible class yesterday of how people can't share their faith at their work. You guys, I get to do that. And those are the 5 qualities that my perfect career must have. And I found that in Mary Kay. So spend some time doing this. And thank you so much for letting me teach you tonight. And look at the bottom, you guys. The only requirement of having a dream is believing in it. You know, when you have those days of frustration, you look at the 5 qualities and you say, you know what though? I get this. I get this. And that's how you get to live your life. In Mary Kay, you get to design your life and create your own reality.
Wow, I've already got aha moments from you, Nikki, and I've got things I'm going to do this week. I love your mini goal poster that you've done, that you can take that with you. And so, you know what, in your groups, you guys, if you're with a director, you can find Nikki Hill on Voxer, or you could message her on Facebook after the event tonight. And if there's any one thing that you learn from her, please let her know, because affirming someone really does make a difference. And so, you know what, make that, maybe that should be part of our it doesn't have to be part of our assignment, but that's just a thought process, you guys, to affirm a speaker either by Facebook Messenger or by Voxer, and let her know what she said to make a difference in your life. Now, we are moving on to a phenomenal, phenomenal woman. In fact, Pacesetters changed her life a year ago as she finished up directorship last January. Please welcome Mary McIntosh.
Hey everybody! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Nikki. I'm already crying. I'm already writing things down. She's so awesome, and I'm just so grateful to have her as my senior sales director. Well, my name is Mary McIntosh, and I'm a sales director from Salado, Texas, which is sort of between Austin and Waco on I-35. So there's a lot of growth happening right here, and I'm so thankful to be able to build my unit right here. I'm honored to speak to you tonight. My prayer is that something that I bring to you may change the trajectory of your life. That is my prayer. And I am living out my dream right now, right here with you. So let's get started, okay, because I only have a few minutes. I'm going to start my timer. Here we go. Okay, fabulous. All right, well, we're on page 16, and we're going to be all in. So to be all in, you have to always be content, but never complacent. We want to be content, but never complacent. Contentment defined is a state of happiness or satisfaction. And God calls us to be content in whatever circumstance that we're in. Complacency is defined as feeling so satisfied with your own abilities or situations that you feel you do not need to try any harder. Becoming complacent does not serve anyone. Have you noticed that halfway doesn't work in Mary Kay? So that's your next fill in the blank. Have you noticed that halfway doesn't work in Mary Kay? No matter what your purpose is with Mary Kay, whether it's part-time or a hobby or whether it's your career, it doesn't matter. You have to be all in the time that you choose to put your Mary Kay. You have to be all in, and I'm talking both feet, blinded to the criticism, hopeful for the future, deaf to the naysayers, victorious over the enemy. All in, people. All right, it's time to do it. We're going to talk about dreams and how important they are in your Mary Kay business. Be brave enough to identify and name the dream God has placed in your heart. From Jeff Gowen's book, The Art of Work, he says, at some point, you entertained the idea that you were born to do something significant. But then high school happened, or college, and your parents talked you into becoming a lawyer instead of a banker. That professor told you med school was a smarter move than relocating to New York to try out an acting career. And you believed them. When real life happened, you gave up, but you called it growing up instead and abandoned the dream altogether. You made excuses for why wanting something extraordinary was somehow selfish and immature. And you wondered if any of those youthful feelings were ever real in the first place. But even then you knew you were wrong. No matter how noisy the world got, no matter how busy you became, there would always be something inside you, a small voice that whispered in the quieter moments of life, taunting you with the shadow of an unlived life. If you listen hard enough, you can still hear it. And guys, Mary Kay has changed my life. And so many times I thought that I should be doing something else, or I could be doing something else. I always knew that I was supposed to do something bigger than myself, and I was always knocking on different doors, and I was always praying for God to open certain doors because, you see, I thought I knew the way to that something great. And what I found was that God gave me this avenue of Mary Kay to fulfill the dreams that He laid upon my heart. Be brave enough to say your dream. Be brave enough to name it. Because when you start talking about your dream, your calling, your vocation, your purpose, you start giving it life and it becomes alive again. Start living like you're stepping into that dream. Don't let it go. Don't forget about it, and don't put it on the back burner. The time is now. Okay? What an example you will be to others when you start living your dream now. Now let's fill in some blanks. All right. Choose a Mary Kay goal that will help make your dream come true. And let's get clear. You all had a dream when you came into Mary Kay, and I'm sure that only a handful of us here were like, I really want to be a Mary Kay person when I grow up and drive a pink car. Maybe cars can say that. But the rest of us have different dreams. So let's get clear. You have a dream, and then you have a Mary Kay goal. Don't get the two confused. Remember that the Mary Kay goal is the vehicle to your dream. Embrace it. All right, next fill in the blank. Once the mind is centered on the dream, the body goes to work to make it a reality. This is where your strategic goals come into play. Just like Nikki said, being strategic with all those numbers and goals. But see, the reverse is true also. If the mind is centered on past failures and disappointments and fear and discouragement, your body will still go to work to make those things a reality. So use all of that stuff that Nikki just taught you. Put it into action tomorrow. You have got to get a handle on this so that your dreams can come true. Mary Kay Ash said, we must have a theme, a goal, a purpose in our lives. And your dream is the fuel that runs the Mary Kay train. Your goals are the track that it runs on. All right. I am so passionate about this. I'm just so excited. Okay, number 3, endurance and discipline, a strategy. And for some of you that might be like me, this is a new thought, but it's time to stop thinking of Mary Kay as a one and done deal. And that might sound a little something like this. Oh, I'll just do my first 30 faces and win my pink ice ring, and I'll have my business that runs itself. Oh my gosh, I just had an amazing week. Now I'm going to sit back and watch the money roll in. It's okay. I may not have been holding appointments these past few weeks, but I'm still getting recognized at my meeting and special events, so I'm rocking it. Yeah, have you been there before? Well, instead, we're going to replace those thoughts with proven Mary Kay process, all right? Process. And that's what we're talking about. That's what all the other sales directors are going to be talking about today is the process. 90 full circle faces in 90 days. You need to think longer. It's time to think longer than you've been thinking. Faces take you places. Okay, how will God use you? You never know. You'll never know unless you get started, and you'll never see unless you finish. Are you a finisher, or have you been the queen of almost? Start and stop and start and stop and start and stop and start and stop until you just can't stand it anymore. Have you noticed that your business is easier to run when you're just on start and go and start finishing? Finishing is a skill that everyone can learn. You are not born a finisher or born a not finisher. This is a skill you can learn, and you have some of the best people right here in this national area to teach you how to finish things. So look at those people as your mentors. Pick a person that started and finished as your mentor and your guide. Oh, so excited. Make a decision right now that you will create intentional work for you and your business every day. Endurance, meaning you are looking for success and results over time. Discipline, meaning that you're willing to discipline yourself so that you won't have to be disciplined by anyone else ever again. Mary Kay Ash said in her autobiography, Miracles Happen, if you decide to become an entrepreneur, you must also be willing to work harder than you would ever work in an ordinary job. You must discipline yourself to work as if you had a boss standing over you. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine about a boss standing over you? Just imagine yourself. You're the boss too. All right, next blank. Be just as willing to fail as you are to win. When I first heard this, I thought it was a crazy concept. I'm like, why would I be willing to fail? I don't want to start something to fail it. But look, you're putting yourself out there. Be willing to fail as you are to win. Mary Kay said, fail forward to success. Imagine what that would look like in your mind. Failure doesn't equal inadequacy. Failure represents growth. Be just as willing to fail as you are to win. But go for the win, okay? Because winning fosters confidence and encourages others that they can do it too. Stop working and start winning. And you have a great opportunity to do that right now with points. Embrace the points. They will get you where you want to go. Run your own race. You are unique. The roadmap and proven plan are the same for everyone. It's the journey that looks different. Your special journey will be unique and inspiring to many people. It will be proof that the plan works. It will be a family adventure. It will be full of personal tests and triumphs. You will be dominating, overcoming obstacles, and teaching others to do the same. So go and run. As the brilliant Nikki Hill has reminded us, you aren't stuck, you just stopped. So the days of the start and stop are over. Endurance and discipline are your new mottos, allowing you to live out your dream, your passion, your calling, your stability, your security, your financially healthy environment, your adventures, your power, your strong friendships, your influence. Because you'll never know how God wants to use you if you never get started. And you'll never see it come to fruition if you don't learn how to finish. Choose to become a finisher, guys. Remember that anything is possible in Mary Kay with God and bookings. Trust God and trust the process. Anything's possible in Mary Kay with God and bookings. It's so true. It is so true. Okay, I gotta hurry. Fear is something that one of our biggest tools that the enemy uses to keep us from fulfilling our calling and living out our dreams to God's glory. It can come in many different forms, but when we're looking at it logically in Mary Kay, I have found that we can overcome fear with a very simple formula. Fear and disbelief, this is your blank now. Fear and disbelief can creep in when we are unintentional with either trusting God or trusting the process. So when we trust the process, when we're trusting God, do you believe what God says about you? Do you trust him to bring you good and not harm? When we're unintentional and unfocused on our abilities, that, God made us this way with this kind of ability, and that he gives us everything that we need to be successful, that he's the reason of who you are, we start to begin to doubt our abilities as a person, and we start to feel that we're not good enough, that we could never be good enough, that we'll just have the same results the last time we tried this thing, that she has something special that I don't have and that's why she could do it. Why can't I just decide and become successful? This kind of thinking can all be traced back to our trust in God in who we are, his way, who he made us to be. Get back to trusting in him. He wouldn't bring you this far to just leave you here. He's got your back. Okay? Trust it. Trust it. And number 2, in trusting the process, when we're unintentional with trusting the process. Listen, 53 years, it works. Okay, people? Are you being honest with yourself about how much activity that you're doing and what your skill level is and what your confidence level is? I understand sometimes we facial 30 people and we may not see the results the same day. Trust the process. I understand we might knock on that door and nobody answers. Trust the process. And I know that we come extra prepared for all those guests that are going to be at our meeting and then nobody comes. Trust the process. Keep going. You can't prove that the proven plan doesn't work if you stop short. So trust it and keep going. When you choose to run trusting God and trusting the process, you're firing on all cylinders, baby, and there ain't no stopping you. So if you're out of sync, you look at those 2 things and see if fear has crept in and paralyzed you. And you get back to those 2 things, trust God and trust the process, and you make this thing work, okay? It can be awesome. And lastly, our 3 blanks are really short. God picks up our slack. Praise him that we don't have to be good enough when we start. Because I don't know about you, but I wasn't the person I am today 10 years ago when I started Mary Kay. Thank goodness. I was really snobby. And what I've learned is that only by finishing can we become. In the meantime, God picks up our slack. He fills in the gap for us. So get started. Work in your strengths. Let the beauty of who you are be made to shine through. You guys are so fabulous. And with God as your business partner, you are strong enough. I know you can do it. Now, get smarter with all this stuff that's going on, and blessings on your business.
I'm like still writing. Oh my goodness. Fabulous, fabulous. Okay. Holy cow, you guys. Hey, and you know what? Just put your comments on our Facebook page. So just be commenting on the Facebook page afterwards or in the middle if you want to. But I'm excited because Megan Cruz now, one of the best booking machines that I know, coming at you from San Antonio, Texas. Here's Megan. Woohoo!
Hi, everybody. I have been building my business for 11 years this March. March 26th is my Mary Kay anniversary. And I am so excited to talk about booking because I truly believe that we are nothing without bookings. And when you learn the art of booking, then you can go wherever it is that your dream in Mary Kay is. So your first blank, I want you guys to fill in capital. Booking is the lifeline of your business. If you are out of bookings, you guys are out of business. We are professional businesswomen, and I know that you want more from your business, and it starts around a table. It starts with faces, just like Mary just said, faces take you places. I love that, and that should become your mantra. The more faces, the more bookings that you have, it actually shows your commitment level. Tammy Craig one time in a training that I listened to said that for each one booking that you have, that is a 10% commitment level. So if you look at your date book right now, how many bookings do you have? If we're looking at one booking, two bookings, you're 20% committed to your business. That's what you're saying out loud. Now, I know in your heart of hearts, you are 100% all in, but we need our date book to reflect that. And I promise you guys have what it takes. So I want you to do a couple of different things. Now, Nikki talked to us about knowing your numbers, and that is a big deal. Your numbers are going to be different than my numbers. So I want to talk to you a little bit about just the averages in Mary Kay, because when we have that cancellation or we've done our hour of booking phone calls and we don't end the way we want, sometimes that's when we go back and we forget who we are in God and we forget what He has made us because we look at the results. And you know what? It's the consistency of it. So number one is know your numbers, because numbers will always get you where you want to go. There's an awesome tracking sheet where you actually try to track your no's, 100 no's. And I encourage you guys, I think that's on our Gelzer page, and if not, we can get that put up there. I love to make booking a challenge, booking like a fun attempt. How many no's can I get? How many yeses can I get? How many messages can I get? But if you're not tracking your booking attempts, then sometimes it feels like we did all of this activity and maybe we called the same 5 people that we called yesterday. And so we feel like we've done a lot of things to help our business, but maybe our focus was just not where we should have had it. Number 2, half of what you book will hold. So some of us need to make 10 booking phone calls to get 10 bookings. Some of us need to make 20 booking calls to get 20. Our numbers are always going to fluctuate like that. But if you want to hold 10 bookings, 10 skincare classes, you need 20. And that's what I'm going to challenge you to get on your books, because that will change everything. A booking a day keeps the blues away. And it's so true. And the reason for that is that what we do every day becomes a routine. If you think of something fun that you do once a year, you go to a wedding and you take lots of time to get ready and it just is this big event. That's what bookings sometimes are for us whenever we don't do it consistently. But when it's something that we do day in and day out, then it's not an event, it's a routine. And it becomes so simple that this phone that we all have attached to us doesn't weigh 100 pounds. But when you make those first phone calls, it is totally normal that this thing is the scariest thing that you've ever seen in your life. But you embrace it as your friend. And so I'm going to teach you how to do that. Now, there is something that I learned in the very beginning of my business. A way to avoid your disappointments is by double booking. And I'm going to be really, really honest with you. I resisted it for probably the first 6 months that I was in Mary Kay. And I would book 2 appointments on Saturday because I wanted, that was my goal, to hold 2 appointments on Saturday. And then I would wind up with 1 or sometimes 0, depending on how it worked. And I found myself in a place of frustration, and that's not a fun place to be. And my amazing national sales director told me, double book. But I was so scared that they would all hold. And what am I going to do with all of these double appointments? It has happened 1 time in 11 years, you guys, that I've had 2 hostesses hold at the same time. And I had a great team member who was able to take the other one. Sometimes you can just combine them and make them one big party. But I promise, if you want to be disappointed, double book. Don't resist it. I promise. It does work. And the third thing that I want you guys to make your mantra, your affirmation, and this is in my affirmation 11 years later, I book out of discipline and not emotion. I book out of discipline and not emotion. And when I pick up this phone to start making my booking phone calls, I still tell myself that, because sometimes it means so much to me, the goals that I have, that I'm scared. And what if I get on the phone and this hour of booking phone calls gives me no results? It doesn't matter. I book out of discipline, not emotion. And sometimes we start thinking, well, who are we going to book? Right? Well, I'm going to encourage you something. It doesn't matter if you've been in Mary Kay for a day or 11 years or 20 years, you know more people than you think. Last time we did this Pacesetters, one of the challenges that Heidi gave us was to make a list of people. And you guys, some of the people were in my neighborhood. They were on either side of me that I had never booked. Why? Because I was fearful. They were the people that I would see. And if they told me no, I still had to look in the face every day. And so make a wedding list. That's your next blank. Who to book, make a wedding list. If you were getting married, if you were having a baby shower, if you were like my husband and I renewing our vows, who would you want to go? Who would be important to you? Make your wedding list. You know more people than you think you do. And I challenge you, those people that you put on there that your pin hesitates, call them first, because those are your women of influence. And the other next blank there is to learn the art of booking from your parties. My goal for you guys is not that you spend tons and tons of time on the phone. Your evenings can be your evenings to coach, to hold your appointments when you learn the art of booking from your parties. And we're going to teach you that in this Pacesetters. There's lots of fun different ways that you can do that, from the follow-up game to presents on the table for your hostesses. But you want to leave every single party with a minimum of 2 parties on your books. Then you've doubled your effort. And when you double your effort, think about that. If 1 out of 2 hold, every party is going to give you at least 1 new party, which is amazing. Now, in bold letters, it says scripts. Don't change a thing. You have your Gelzer booking Bible, your Gelzer booking packet that we call it, on our Gelzer area app. Those scripts have been tried and tested, and they are exactly the way that they should be. Don't change them. Promise me that when we're doing our booking phone calls this week. Don't change your scripts. But also, ladies, it also goes with have a script. I tried to make a booking phone call last week, and I was going to just wing it because I had 10 minutes and a couple of extra phone calls, and I stumbled and stuttered over myself, because part of what gives me confidence is rewriting my script real quick before I make my phone calls, and I didn't do that. And even though they're here and they're here, I stumbled. And so I challenge you guys to get those scripts out. Look at them, especially in the beginning. I'll never forget Heidi telling me to have a mirror next to my phone, because the ABCs of booking, letter A is attitude. And you're scared sometimes when we're making phone calls, or you've had a really rough day, but you know you're booking out of discipline and not emotion. You want your attitude of gratitude to come across. So I keep a mirror in my office and I smile, because the smiles come through the phone. Your attitude determines your altitude. And ladies, you're going far in Mary Kay. So it's just part of that, is that attitude that we want to get under control when we don't feel it. You're not always going to want to pick up the phone and book, but you're going to, because you're a woman of excellence. The second is belief. I want you ladies to learn to assume the booking. You're not asking somebody for a favor. You are giving them a gift. The people in your life like you. Write that down. People like you. People say yes to you because of who you are and the connections that you have with them. And then C is consistency. When you do enough math, when enough math happens, the magic happens. And that goes back to that tracking your numbers. You are a booking machine. That's your other affirmation. When you don't want to get on the phone, when you've had that awful day, or you had a party booked and it falls apart, and you're going to take that time to make your phone calls, remind yourself you are a booking machine. And I know that this week your bookings are going to be amazing.
Megan Cruz, love the basics of bookings. And I know that the next person who's going to speak, she uses that Gelsler area booking script that is on the app, that is on the website. Like, she carries it with her. And so, Megan, thank you. I got to personally train Megan in San Antonio, and you just reminded me of all the things that we learned together, Megan. It was awesome. All right, Becky Clemens, here we go, baby. Oh, Becky is from Oostburg, Wisconsin. So now we're moving up north. So we're leaving the Texas region for a little bit, and we're moving to Oostburg, Wisconsin. All right, go ahead, Becky.
Hi, everybody. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to train you guys today. And I have to hold my phone because I've been on it so much today, it has to be plugged in. How exciting is that? Okay, so I'm going to talk more about booking with you guys and about booking your referrals. When you're at a party, it's so important to first of all, get those referrals. There is tons of resources on the Gelsler area site, and the one that I absolutely love and use all the time is the Fabulous Referrals game. Walking out with 20 to 80 referrals is amazing. Amazing. And it's important to really get on those referrals and call them right away. You just experienced time with the person that gave you those referrals. The time is now to talk to these people. So by making those referral calls, you are building a new relationship. So here's your fill in the blanks. By making calls to referrals, you are building a new relationship. That is what our business is about. It is about relationship building. It is so important to start off on the right foot. Like, I think Nikki said it earlier, your first impression is in the first 7 seconds. Your first impression right off the phone, keeping your smiling face and building that relationship, asking how they're doing today. You know, it's so important to even be relaxed on the phone. I stand and do phone calls a lot of times because it makes me just breathe easier and feel relaxed when I'm standing and phoning and keeping that smile on my face. And as anxious as we get, because we want that booking, we want to, you know, get them on our calendar, having that nice fluid conversation with them means so much to them. Mary Kay is a long conversation, and it starts with that first phone call. So make that first phone call really, really count. You know, if you feel like she's kind of brushing you off or kind of cutting you short, just say, oh, I'm sorry, is this a good time to chat, or can you call you back at another time? You know, and get a specific time to call her back. It's okay to ask for that. If anything, me as a busy mom, I appreciate that. If I can say, you know what, 8:30 at night is a really good time because that's when my kids are asleep. So look for getting that specific time that'll put their mind at ease. And then when you call them back, they know you're calling, which is great. They're prepared for you, just like you want them to be. Next, I want to talk about calling your customers and building that relationship farther with your customers. I worked really, really hard in my business to really be on top of my customers, just because we want them to know how important they are to us. And we want to make sure that we are looking to fill their shelves for them. I always find it awesome when I call them and they're like, oh, that's right, I did need this, instead of having them to reach out to me first. So making your monthly calls to your current customers, here we'll fill in the blanks next, continues to build your relationship and the trust she has in you to be her Mary Kay consultant. So Oh my goodness. This is so, so important. The trust that we are building with her to be her Mary Kay consultant for years to come. I'm just going to talk about something that recently happened to me. I have been very consistent with a customer, calling her every 2 months to check in and how her products are going. Also checking in when we have new stuff to say, hey, can I come by for a show and go so I can show you the new products? Always very consistent with her. And this Sunday she's a member of my church, so I see her all the time too. But this was one of those Sundays where we were getting together and I was showing her the new product. And I was on purpose about getting her on the skincare. And that's sometimes what we need to do, is be patient with our customers that just might buy a mascara every 2 or 3 months and ease them in to the skincare. Change is hard, ladies. We know change is hard. So sometimes we have to have that grace with some of our customers to give them time to ease in. So she's now a skincare customer, which is exciting, very exciting. I use different resources as well when it comes to booking customers or booking potential referrals. And by using different resources to reach new customers, you are expanding yourself, and you're expanding your business. So a couple of items that I do is I do facials in a bag. I'm sure most of you might have heard of facials in a bag before, but it's sending out the cosmetics and the skincare to somebody in a cute little package, and then setting the appointment with them right away. Most packages take about 3 to 4 days to get to them. So you can book that right away. You don't have to wait to book it until they get the package. Just book it on your calendar, send them the package, they're all set. And you're going to do a skincare video either by Facebook or a Google Hangout. You know, there's so much technology, you can choose which one you want to use. And you're going to go through a skincare class just like you would if you were standing right in front of them. There's nothing different. The only thing that's different is distance. So that's one tool to expand yourself and expand your business. Ladies love to support another woman's goal. This is another fill in the blank. Ladies love to support another woman's goal. That is how a lot of times it's in the language in the booking book. And like Heidi said, yeah, literally it's with me all the time because it's so great and it doesn't need to be changed. The language works. And when you're expressing to them that you have a goal to see 30 faces or to, to accomplish a new level in your career path, they want to help you. Distance is not a hurdle. It is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to get yourself in front of more faces. You can send out a whole party's worth of package to one person and have a party virtually. There is so many tools these days to expand your thinking and expand your business further. Reaching women far away is worth it. It is worth it. And every person counts. I just love meeting new women and being able to expand my business like that. And I hope that you guys will just reach out to these resources and use them. I put on the next page, if you flip your page to page 20, there's also a Facebook referral language that I've been using as well. And what I do with this resource is I have been friending ladies that I just have mutual friends with. I don't know them at all. I just have a mutual friend. And that is the language I use, just introducing myself and telling them about my goal. And that is how I got 10 parties booked in January, by using this language and just reaching out to ladies that I have mutual friends on, because it gives you a connection. Ladies love that connection. And then on the other half of the graph here, or I can't think of what it's called, sorry, is the virtual facial contents. What I usually put in a facial in a bag: a book, skincare sample, microdermabrasion sample. And I know our microdermabrasions come in those little minis. I'm not sure if they're in the little sample packs anymore, but if they're not, I use little round plastic containers. You can get them at Walmart. A sample mascara, sample lip gloss, and the Fabulous Friends game. Always sending that Fabulous Friends game all the time. People know people. Even if they say they don't, they know people. So entice them with a little, people love free. Entice them with a little extra. So ladies, I hope these booking methods really help you book up your calendar. I can't wait to see all the magic that's going to happen in our area. Thanks, Heidi.
Wow, great ideas. And I know, Becky, that you had one day a $400 facial with one of these virtual makeovers.
Yeah.
Just with one person. You guys, I love what you said, Becky, that distance is not a hurdle, it's an opportunity. This is so good, you guys. If you don't have any aha moments or new thoughts, you're like dead. Okay, you need a lobotomy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, we're moving on. Is this not fun to just go like fast training from each person? It's so exciting. Okay, we're moving on to Kate Unger from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Okay, and she's going to talk a little bit about the last part of our night. She and Brandy Lampman coming at you from Michigan. They're going to talk about this opportunity, you guys. We're not going to be sharing the opportunity, but believe in the company yourself. And this is one of Kate's passions. So Kate, take it away.
It's actually me up first, Heidi. So, okay. So I'm Sales Director Brandy Lampman. I'm so excited to be talking to you. I'm from Michigan, and I'm talking about the belief in this company. And I have huge belief in this company because I started my Mary Kay business when I was 18 years old, and I dropped out of college and quit all of my jobs at the age of 19. So I have full belief in this company because I'm 26 and I've been doing Mary Kay for 8 years, full-time for 7, which is so exciting. So, okay, we have on page 21, I'm going to be going back and forth for you guys, but we're going to start off by filling out some blanks. So please flip your pages to 23 for me. And I'm just so excited to be going over this with you. So Mary Kay is more than selling lipsticks. We are a company with a heart. And Kate and I have some stories to go along with this in a little bit. So I'm super excited for that. And I'm just going to go through some facts because at your skincare class, you should be sharing this. I know that people ask me these questions, and so this is really helpful. So Beauty by Mary Kay opened its doors on Friday, September 13th, 1963. Friday, September 13th, 1963. And so, and that's a fill in the blank, just so you guys know. So that I love to share that at my parties because we've been around for 53, we're going to be going on 54 years. That's a really long time to be in business and to be as strong and amazing as we are. And so the belief in this company that for 53 and a half years, we've been amazing. Like, that's pretty good belief. In 2013, Mary Kay celebrated its 50th anniversary. You guys, this is ridiculous, this next fill in the blank, with 3 million Mary Kay independent beauty consultants in more than 35 markets worldwide. That is so impressive, and I cannot wait for like this next Pacesetters for that number to change and be higher. Like, is that exciting? Should we like get excited about just spreading Mary Kay across the globe and to all of your neighbors? I love that Megan was like, you have to talk to the people right next to you. And I was like, oh, I totally need to do that. So thanks, Megan, for that. Okay, so and then I have one more fill in the blank, and then we're going to go over to the graph real quick, or not the graph, the next page. There are more than 600,000 Mary Kay independent beauty consultants in the United States. And again, let's get excited about growing that number. You guys, Mary Kay is not saturated. At all. I talked to 2 people today where my daughter goes to daycare, and they had never used Mary Kay before, ever. Like, ever. ever. So don't think that it's saturated. There are so many customers out there who need you, who need this Mary Kay opportunity and these products. So we are going to flip back. You have some really good pages that you should study, page 21 and 22, but let's go on 21 really quickly. This is what it looks like. And you can find this on Mary Kay In Touch, but this is just really great. And a couple of things that I want to point out. We did start in 1963, so we've been along since that. The pink Cadillac, if you do not know the story of the pink Cadillac, it's incredible. It's in your autobiography that came in your starter kit. It's so fun. And so in 1969, the pink Cadillac came about. I just love that story. A lot of people ask me at my parties, they're like, oh, was Mary Kay a real woman? She was. Mary Kay Ash was a real woman. And then the second question that they asked me is she still alive? Is she still running the company? And so there is on here, 2001, Mary Kay Ash passed away on Thanksgiving Day. And so that's a fact that you should know, because you should probably know who's running the company, in that Mary Kay is passed away, but her family is running the company along with some great CEOs and presidents and all that good stuff. So I do want to share that. And then another awesome fact, and then I'm going to turn it over to Kate, is that in 2015, Mary Kay exceeded over 4 billion, like that's a really big number, in global annual sales. And I already said the 3.5 million independent beauty consultants. So with Nathan's imperatives of being the #1 skincare brand in the United States, our numbers of beauty consultants are going to go up, and we're way going to exceed 4 billion in annual sales. Like, I'm so excited to see these numbers change. So I'm going to let Kate take over, and I'll be back in just a little bit.
Okay, can you hear me? Yes, okay. All right, ladies, welcome. I'm so excited to chat with you, because if you are working with women who love that corporate backing, a corporate atmosphere, and knowing about what the greater community of what Mary Kay is doing, these are some things that I really think that you should have in your back pocket. And these are things that we talk about at the beginning of our skincare class, especially if you are talking to people who have never tried Mary Kay before. We need to know that Mary Kay has a Mary Kay Foundation, and that the things that we do for this Mary Kay Foundation, it's twofold. So we have, we're committed, #1, we're committed to eliminating cancers affecting women by supporting top medical scientists who are searching for a cure for these cancers: breast cancer, uterine cancer, cervical cancer, and ovarian cancers. And so people care about that, and people are affected by that in their families and in their communities, at schools and churches. And so when I'm sitting at a skincare class and I'm sharing that information, one thing that I do want to say is qualify that audience and find out, if you can, if this is something that you've shared with people and this is a reoccurring party, understand who your audiences are. And I share this information with them where it's appropriate, but usually at the beginning of the skincare class. And people do care about this. And #2 with the Mary Kay Ash Foundation is that we are committed to ending the epidemic of domestic violence by providing grants to women's shelters and supporting the community outreach programs. And tomorrow morning, I get to go with another top director in my area to a local center that is a domestic abuse center. And we get to sit down with some of the executives at that area or at that center and chat with them about the grants that they're looking to apply for. And so in my community, in my career in Mary Kay, in my community, Mary Kay has given our local domestic abuse shelter 2 $20,000 grants to help support those programs that, support recovery and healing for those women and children. So that's the Mary Kay Ash Foundation. The other thing that we have is something called Pink Doing Green. And some facts that I would like to share with you about what Mary Kay does in terms of sustainability is we have a global manufacturing facility in Dallas that uses environmentally responsible waste. And so you guys we have 0 landfill. I mean, that's amazing that we can say that. It's such a huge company, that. We have over $4 billion in sales, and all of those little black caps that are on our products, we're able to send those back to the company, or the little compact shells that our eye colors and our cheek colors come in. We can send those back to the company, and the company will plant trees to help build up those forests and the habitats that have been damaged by fires. And so Mary Kay is right in the community of our consultants who are working and building business. We have 100, this is part of our fill in the blank here. This is actually at the bottom here. Mary Kay uses 100% biodegradable packing peanuts to protect the product orders. I just posted a video on my unit Facebook page the other day, just rinsing those peanuts down the drain. They're made of potato starch. So I think that's really cool too. Those are things that you can share with your consultants. I had one consultant who was super annoyed. She's a brand new consultant who just got her inventory. She's like, I was so annoyed by those styrofoam peanuts. And I'm like, no, they're biodegradable. You can rinse those down the drain. So those are some really cool things that people do really care about with our business and with our company, that our greater corporate community is doing. And then Mary Kay is committed to planting 1 million trees with efforts in China, Russia, Mexico, and in the United States. So that's amazing. And I do want to share with you guys this information that I learned through, preparing for Pacesetters. If you go out onto our Mary Kay In Touch website, under the resources section, there's a social responsibility area, and we have an incredible blog that our company is updating on a regular basis. I go there at least once a week. Mary Kay has 7 posts this month already, and they are like, today's President's Day, and they did a Q&A with our new president. I mean, they're relevant, they're fun, the content is amazing, which brings me to this third piece, that Mary Kay is winning awards. You know that our company is smart. We're partnering with Project Runway, and we're out there. Our brand is recognizable. We've been around for over 50 years, but Mary Kay was voted best Pinterest, best YouTube, and best app at the 2016 Beauty 20 Awards in Los Angeles in November. That is awesome. If you are, social media marketing is where it's at. And right now, I mean, people are living on social media platforms. And so Mary Kay has such a strong presence with that. And I love that. I love that about our company. And so, this particular award ceremony recognizes the most groundbreaking innovation in digital marketing in beauty brands. So think about that. We were voted #1 in those areas out of all beauty brands. That's incredible, because where our customers are, Mary Kay is there. We're getting their attention wherever they are. And so whether it's in person or it's digital, Mary Kay is striving to be innovative with our products and with the services that we as consultants provide to our customers. And we give them superior customer service, regardless if, what Becky was just talking about, virtual skincare classes. You can do this business in so many different ways. And Heidi mentioned this too at the beginning of our class. Mary Kay right now is recognized as a top 5 global skincare brand. So top 5 global skincare brand, as well as #1 skincare brand in direct sales. And so be confident about that. I'm really excited about these things, because it gives me, it just gives me confidence as I'm out and about in the community, working my business and being at my skincare classes. And one other thing that I'm just going to wrap up before I head over to, give this back to Brandy, is our company really does have a heart. We work so hard to connect with women on so many different levels. We love to meet people where they are, whatever they're motivated by. And so one thing that I was really amazed by throughout my career, I'm amazed by a lot by this business at all the company events that I get to go to. But one thing happened right shortly after I became a director. Many of you know my story, and my mom passed away right after I became a director in Mary Kay. And at that time, Mary Kay sent my dad and my sister, who was a director at the time as well, and myself, multiple cards. Like, I'm talking not, I did get a card from Daryl Overcash, but I got a card from the IT department. like it had 5 signatures on it. And it was just like this, you know, it was just this group of people, and they heard, it was so kind. It was just amazing. So the IT department, I think the Diamond Sales Development sent a card, and my dad got a card, and he called me and he said, hey, I got, I even think they might have like sent him something beyond a card. I think it was just, he was floored by that. And he called me up like the day he got it, and he said, hey, I just got a card in the mail, a sympathy card for Mom. And I was just so shocked by that. And I was shocked, but not shocked. And so be confident about the company that we are working, you know, with, and they have our back and they love us. So I'm going to give this back to Brandy, and she's going to wrap it up.
Hey guys, okay, so Kate got cards and stuff when her mom passed away, and that's just like incredible. But I had people send us cards when my daughter Nora was born in November. Like the president sent me a card, and I too got a bunch of different cards. And then they sent me, now don't judge me because I'm like earning a pink Cadillac and don't have time to change picture frames, but they literally sent me this beautiful, that's not my baby, just so you know, like my baby's way cuter. Even that's a cute baby, but they sent me this like picture frame to put on my desk. Like, how stinking nice is Mary Kay? They send us gifts. We get birthday gifts, anniversary gifts, and like, it's just incredible. Not like, as sales directors, we get so much from the company. But I want to share just one last thing with you guys, is that when I moved my business, and it was only 2 hours south, but you know, when you move, you move. And I didn't know anyone down here, but I knew Mary Kay sales directors. And so I went to a directors meeting and I made some friends, and they took me out to lunch and got to know me. And then one of the girls was like, hey, do you want to go get some leads together so you can meet people and make some new customers? I'm like, yes, please. I have to work my business. And so like super nice. And because I don't have family around here, again, when my daughter was born, they were the ones who teamed up and brought us meals, brought my husband and I meals. And so if it wasn't for this Mary Kay opportunity, Justin, my husband's job, no one brought us meals from them. They didn't send us a picture frame when Nora was born. Like, they didn't do any of that. They didn't send us cards, but Mary Kay did. And so the sisters, you know, I don't have sisters, but the sisterhood that I get from being a sales director is incredible. And so Kate and I just want to share, you know, that Mary Kay is an amazing opportunity that you just won't find anywhere else. And so belief in this company, be all in, because they are all in for you.
Oh my goodness, you guys, wow, way to close it up. I mean, seriously, just amazing bookends. And this was the best Pacesetters training. It was so fun for me, because usually by the end of Pacesetters, I'm doing all the training and I'm exhausted and I've just talked the whole time, and you're trying to look at this one face and be excited. And you got to hear from amazing women. Did I not tell you, you guys, that you have some of the best trainers in all of Mary Kay? But your hearts, my friends, your hearts. Starting with Nikki, from her emotional management, being honest, sharing their stories, you guys, sharing their feelings. To Mary, can you just feel her passion oozing through this camera? She was so nervous to be on this Google Hangout tonight, you guys, because this is her passion, to be able to share with you. And she's truly living her God-given dreams through the vehicle of Mary Kay. And then to go to Megan. Megan, you are a master of booking. You have taken the basics of it and you just keep doing it over and over and over again with excitement. One of the best trainers in our national area. We need to have you training more often. Becky, not even a year into her Mary Kay business as a sales director, and is so proficient. Like, she has bookings all the time. She had a party right before this Pacesetters that she had to hurry up and finish up, because that's what she does, you guys. She sees the people and she just keeps it simple. She keeps it simple. To Brandy and Kate, just, you know, Brandy started when she was 18 years old, and then went on to become a newlywed and now a new mama in Mary Kay. And it's always been her career. This has been the only career she's ever known, you guys. And then Kate Unger, sharing, coming from a corporate background, to what she loves about this business. Not only that we give back, but the heart of this company and how successful we are. You guys, take what you learned tonight. Take what you learned from the dealing with your emotions to being a finisher, to finishing becomes a habit. Did you notice they all read books? They're all talking to you about reading, to the Miracle Morning, to getting out the booking script, and now you're going to have the hands-on activity right now. Okay, so you're going to turn to your page 26 in your book, page 26, and that is your printed voucher. Now, on Friday, Kim wanted me to tell you on the Facebook page under the pinned post, that's where everything's going to be under the pinned post. You're going to have this in order to turn in by Sunday night at midnight. It is due by Sunday night at midnight. There's over 300 of us. Please do not ask for an exception. Here's a thought process. I want you to be so exceptional that you never have to ask for an exception. Does that sound good? The Gelser National Area and friends are so exceptional that we never ask for an exception. So thank you for being exceptional women and just watching for that. She's also going to send you out a text message on Friday or on Sunday to remind you. I don't know what she's going to do, but she's going to send it out. Okay, so here, you're going to take a picture of your commitment page, which is the page before this. You get 5,000 points. Do what Nikki said. You might already get 20,000 points, you guys. List your top 5 qualities of a dream career and text it to your sales director. Generate 20 new leads. You know how from the Fabulous game. Even if you're not having a party, you can just take that Fabulous sheet to work. If they fill out a whole sheet of 20 names and numbers, they get either a lip gloss or mascara at their appointment or when you call all of those people, however you want to do it. But you guys, you can do that. And it's 20,000 from each new 20 leads. Oh my goodness. How many points do you want from that? Remember what we talked about? Choose your points. How many new leads are you going to get? You don't have to stop at 20. Make a wedding list like Megan talked about of everyone you know with skin with at least 30 people on it. Schedule 2 hours before Sunday where you will contact them. That can be any way you want. That can be calling, followed up with a text. That can be texting, following up with a call. But your voice is the best. Get out the scripts from the Gelser Area app and do it, you guys. And it doesn't have to be all at one time. You can do 15 minutes here and 20 minutes there. Remember, maybe schedule booking time every day, as Megan talked about. When you do it all at one time, it becomes an event and it's scary. But when you do a little bit every day, you get better at it. But get 2 hours of booking time in this week before Sunday night at midnight. Text your director your sales goal, your face goal, and your interview goal. Don't do that on Friday. That's crazy. You do that tonight or tomorrow morning, but you have to have a goal for the week of what you want to do. And I would text her. I would add on to this, write down your point goal. Text her your point goal. Add up the points that you want to have and start tracking it, you guys, okay? A tracked number grows. Text your director of Voxer every day starting tomorrow. You can even start tonight, your aha moment. I would suggest you do that. What was your aha moment? Put it on the Facebook page and text your director and get 5,000 points for that. Come on, you guys, get the easy points. 1,000 points for every $100 sold. Team building appointments. Do it with your sales director, getting the guest list. Every new party that you booked from your 2 hours on the phone, at least one victory. Take a picture of your aha and your BFO page. I'm going to do that. I'm going to post it on there. Choose one of the savers to do every day. You don't even have to do all of those savers that Nikki talked about. You're going to start off small. Pick one of those savers to do. Are you going to have silence every day now through Saturday? And what if you just did it for 5 minutes? Are you going to say your affirmation once a day? Are you going to visualize once a day? Are you going to exercise? Even just doing some sit-ups if you can't do a full 20 to 30 minutes. Are you going to read just 5 minutes a day, you guys? Just do a little bit, a little bit. Are you going to scribe? Are you going to write out just a little bit? Pick one thing that you're going to do, at least one. Choose one of the savers and do it every day. And you get 2,000 points for every day you do it. Oh my goodness, you guys. Better every day. Better today than yesterday, better tomorrow than today. And registering for career conference. If you've already registered for career conference, give yourself 50,000 points. That's so exciting. Some of you have already registered. If you haven't, the registration deadline is the end of this month. If you heard what I said at the beginning of this hangout, those who show up, go up. You guys make a way and find a way. If you want more from your business, commit to career conference. You'll figure it out. You'll sell the product to make the money. You'll figure out daycare. You'll figure it out. But if you want to be a part of the sisterhood that you just saw, did you see those women? Don't you just want to hang out with them more? I mean, Tammy Boxen, our Gelser director Voxer, family. She said family, exclamation point. I love seeing your faces. Guys, that's what, to me, this business is about. Do I love the income? Absolutely, for the choices that it gives me. Do I love the travel? Absolutely, for the experiences that I get to have. But if you took away my sister sales directors or my sister nationals, I would go do something else, because they make me better. They make me better. Each and every one of you make me better. And so I'm going to just be real with you. I hope that this Pacesetters helps you be a sales director. I really do. I hope that your picture goes on my board. I want that whole entire bulletin board filled up with your faces, because I want you to have the lifestyle. I want you to have the income. I want you to have the influence that you desire to have. And of course, the most important thing that I forgot to show you, I showed you the weekly prizes. The weekly prizes. Some of you already have points. Get excited. You listed your 5 things. You have points. Give yourself 5,000 points. Oh my goodness, you already backed your director. Give yourself some more points. Hello, isn't that gorgeous? Consultants, look at this. That's gonna look beautiful. Directors, look at this. Okay, weekly. Oh, but there's cumulative. There's cumulative. Okay, for the third place winner of the cumulative points, directors and consultants, you get these beautiful turquoise Kendra Scott earrings. I don't know if you can see them very well. I'll put them on a picture. That's in. Turquoise is in for spring, in case you're wondering. And then the second place winner gets, oh my goodness, I love it, this beautiful Kendra Scott choker. Beautiful. How gorgeous is that going to look with the new navy blue director suit? It's asymmetrical. I mean, it's just gorgeous. I would wear it all the time, but I don't want to hurt your jewelry that you're getting. And then finally, the grand prize is this. You gotta love the purses, right? You gotta love the purses. So for the consultants, oh my goodness, it is the gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Michael Kors purse. I love this bag in black, in black. Oh my goodness, look, I said oh my goodness 100 times here. Look at this. I know that Jamie Lopez earned it last year because she won it for the directors in blue and navy. Now we've got it in black. It is a fabulous, fabulous purse. Directors, you asked for it, you got it. I'm giving you a laptop bag, a Michael Kors laptop bag. Okay, you guys? Uh-oh, I'm getting really blurry. It is like Nikki's pink bag that she has loved for years, only it's now wearing out, so Nikki might need a new one in black. Love it. It is the perfect thing to travel with. It is. You look like a professional entrepreneur. You guys, you can do this. You showed up to this event tonight, or you're watching it. Just now go do. Now go do. I love you all. I believe in you. Post the things that you loved about your trainers. Give them affirmations on the Sold Out Facebook page, because you know what? When you're training, you will love to have those affirmations. Vox through them privately if you want to, whatever you want to do, but let them know that they've made a difference. But the most important way that you can let them know they've made a difference is to get out there and work. Be in the top 10 next week. You can do it. Bye, everybody.